Podcast right now.
So just to be clear, Chad, you never opened the game Destiny?
No.
I guess it wasn't meant to be.
First time I heard of Destiny, I thought it was just a game about like a real world sim of like a stripper's life or something like that. Destiny
and Cinnamon.
Yeah.
So they also announced Destiny 2. You can get early access to the beta if you pre-order the game.
True.
Which
never pre-order any video game ever.
I don't like doing it in practice. I don't like the message that it sends to developers. Yeah. But it's also an open beta a couple days later. I can't remember if we're going to have to be on top of this, pay attention, and like get one of the first 2,000 codes or whatever, or like what?
I would bet it goes like this. The closed beta will go for a week or maybe 2 weeks, and then they'll open it up to everyone, and then that beta will last a week or 2 weeks. They have to do that to stress test servers and stuff. So many games in this last year and the year prior came out just broken. The Master Chief Collection, Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, when that launched, that had a rough month or so.
Oh yeah, that was a few years ago now.
And it's still kind of rocky now. Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tyler right now is yelling at his radio, probably, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, there's a bunch, yeah. Once again, just with Destiny 1, PS4 exclusives. That means PC players and Xbox players won't have access to this content until like a year or maybe a year and a half later, I think, is when they sort of open it to everyone.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Because maybe, like, if they don't, blast it hard out of the gate with the shit people want.
Yeah.
With what happened with the last one and having to wait.
Yeah.
Maybe they just lose a lot of sales.
And I'm not talking about like a helmet and a gun. I'm talking about missions, like strikes and nightfall missions and stuff. It's kind of bullshit. They did it with one, and I guess I don't know. I can see it both ways. I suppose Bungie has a shitty relationship with Microsoft, but at the same time, that's what built Bungie.
That's what built Microsoft as a gaming console.
I don't know if you've ever seen
entity as well.
I don't know if you've ever seen Marathon get played, one of Bungie's early games before.
Yeah,
the game is junk. You know what I mean? Like they gave Bungie they published their game for them. Halo, and I'm sure gave them access to all sorts of resources that maybe they didn't have at the time.
Yeah, they also gave Bungie a lot of direction too with Halo, because Halo started out as like a third-person.
Oh, you're right.
Open world kind of. Yeah, if you watch some of the early Mac not demos, maybe alpha footage or whatever.
Like 1999 or 2000 or something.
It looked a lot different.
Yeah, so that pisses me off, and I can't think of any other games that do it. That's probably why it stands out so much. It's just Destiny saying, fuck everyone but PlayStation. The best place to play is PlayStation. And so any Destiny ad you'll see on TV or before your YouTube video online, it always says, PlayStation right afterwards. Like, here's where you got to buy it. And
when was the last time you guys played a PlayStation?
I borrowed a PlayStation 3 to play... What was that awesome zombie game? The Last of Us?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, and that was the last time I played. I played that all the way through, and then, gave it back to the guy who let me borrow it.
I don't really trust anyone who likes PlayStation more than Xbox.
Well, that's the weird thing, man. Everyone I talk to is on PlayStation.
How?
Almost
I don't know.
How? I don't know.
I played Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4 when Ryan lived with us, Kevin. He had a PlayStation.
Okay, but that was a few years ago.
A few years ago. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I have a hard time.
Well, you said when's the last time? It was a few years ago.
You're right.
Microsoft gave the Project Scorpio a proper name. It's the Xbox One X. It's going to retail for $499.99, and it comes out, I believe, end of this year. But they didn't put a release date on it yet, which is kind of odd. What's funny is this is a way juiced up Xbox, right? It's smaller, it's quieter. All the technical shit I kind of get lost. 17 million terafloppers and
something about true 4K or whatever.
So that's the big one. It's the only living room console that can do 4K, and if you're on a 1080p screen, they say that you will see noticeable difference as far as this grid kind of faking 4K bullshit that they do.
Yeah.
HDR is another new thing. High dynamic range, I believe it stands for, and it's I guess it's how screens would deal with super darks and way high lights. So that's supposed to be pretty cool. But basically, if you don't have a 4K TV, and you want this console, I don't know. I mean, $500, and if I already have my, year one Xbox One, then I don't know. It still works. I'm not really in a rush to get it.
Just to see those little differences, and
everything is backwards. So any game released on anything will work on all of them. I could see this being weird for developers. Like, why would a developer want to pour a bunch of resources into something that not every console is going to run? It's going to be a small percentage, especially at first, of players that would even have an Xbox One X. I don't know. So that's kind of weird. What's funny is with all this power, we were talking about Destiny 2. It won't run Destiny 2 at 60 frames per second still. Yeah. Which, I don't know, if you play shooters and you played a shooter that is 60 frames per second, it's noticeable.
Yeah, it's
really
very
awesome.
Noticeable. Yeah.
Halo 5 is a good example. The Master Chief Collection, when you went back and played like Halo 2 or Halo 3 again, it's
looks
just
so much
buttery. Like, I was better at sniping by some percentage, you know what I mean? That's a big one. That was definitely, I'd say, the biggest chunk of their reveal. But then, they just poured a bunch of games. Not many first-party ones, a whole bunch of third-party ones, which Activision talked about. Who else? EA, all these presentations, they all kind of covered a lot of these games. But some other ones that got my dick a little hard. We got Metro Exodus. Just shout out if anybody has any comments on these. I got State of Decay 2 on the list. Anybody who State of Decay? That was a big PC game, zombie survival.
Okay.
Like a simulation type game. It has like this permadeath system. I remember like kind of looking into this game like 2 years ago when it was still kind of new, the first one. And you meet people and you build up a civilization, and to go out at night is a bad idea, and if you loot a building you make noise and you draw attention, and everything requires ammunition. Okay. So that looks cool. So this would be like sort of the first console version of the State of Decay franchise, and I'm pretty stoked to try that out. A Way Out. This is one I kind of wanted to talk about. Have you seen this?
This is another one that I've heard a lot of all weekend. Didn't get a chance. I didn't focus a lot on the Microsoft. Well, I figured you'd be bringing a lot of that to the table. Yeah. Mainly just Destiny 2.
Anyone listening to this right now, like, we're going to get to Mario, all right? Like, what's it called?
We're
Super Mario Odyssey.
We're going to talk about Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, which looks so fucking awesome. Now I kind of want to switch.
There's another shooter we got to talk about, though, too. And
I know what you're going to say. Yeah. It's a prime example of Carl doing his research. See what I did? Prime. All right. A Way Out. You can only play this game co-op. It's a story-driven. You start in prison. You have to break out of prison with a guy you meet in there, and the way they handle it is really cool. It's split-screen co-op, so you can play together in the same living room, but it's done in a real cinematic way. So it's not just right down the middle for all of this story you're experiencing and all these different style of gameplays you're going into. You might be fighting or causing a distraction or doing all the, a bunch of different tasks and things. But basically, like, the screen will stretch to focus more on one person's side or go top to bottom. The graphics look awesome. It looks like a really cool story. You can play it online as well. But no single player. I thought that was kind of interesting. And I have to imagine the developer ran into some issues there as far as marketing a video game. Like, no, you got to have a single player. Like, there's people that just don't know anyone, and what about the Marines?
That's why they're playing video games.
Yeah, exactly.
But look at Friday the 13th. No single player, and it's been more successful than they thought it would be.
Yeah, I think it's financially or whatever. It's been really successful, and probably be kind of a cult classic or whatever a few years from now. Oh, yeah. But in terms of like critical appeal or whatever, like I don't think history is going to be kind to Friday the 13th just because of how bad the matchmaking was for the first month or whatever.
If they can, but I mean, look at Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, if they can deliver, once people get playing, people will forget about it eventually.
Well, that's one of those games.
Not forget about it, but
that game's kind of like Rocket League and Halo 5 to me. Like, it's on my console. And if somebody wants to play it, awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's there, and I know it's just all it takes is someone saying, "Hey, you want to get on Friday?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do that. I haven't played in a while," you know. And they're gonna release more content as as they make more levels. I read an article that said there would be a campaign mode of some sort. That'd be cool.